Cardinals, Jags.
Yeah.
You know what? I just real quick, I'm surprised this doesn't have the highest line. They're only at 7.5. Yeah. I feel like the Cardinals are going to destroy the Jaguars.
I think the Jaguars will be able to put up some points in this one, but Cardinals are definitely going to win. We'll start with the Cardinals side first. Kyler Murray, incredible. Just what he offers, passing 400 yards, still a lethal runner. Had a rushing touchdown in this game. You're obviously starting Kyler Murray. Chase Edmonds, though, I do want to give a shout out to Chase Edmonds. He does look really good out there. They're just not running the ball a lot. He only had 8 carries in this game, but for 46 yards.
Yeah.
Also caught all 5 of his targets for 29 yards. Chase Edmonds is a low-end RB2, and I feel confident about that. I do like DeAndre Hopkins didn't have a great game. He only saw 4 targets, caught all 4 of them for 54 yards and a touchdown. AJ Green got in the end zone. But Rondale Moore.
Yeah, what the heck?
Rondale Moore, watching this game, I think you can play Rondale Moore as a high-end flex play. He's seeing 8 targets in this game, caught 7 of them for 114 yards. One of them was a 77-yard touchdown play, kind of on broken coverage. You can take that into account. But between weeks 1 and week 2, his involvement in the offense, you can definitely throw him out there. I would feel better playing him than Christian Kirk right now, for sure.
Yeah, I have to agree. I mean, just, again, a lot of the stuff we base basically on targets.
Targets are a talent statistic.
Yeah.
They show talent very well.
Well, yeah.
Great players demand targets.
Yeah. And I mean, if he's gonna keep getting that amount of targets, it's what we said about Deontay Johnson all last year.
Because I wasn't a big Rondale Moore guy coming out, a lot of it was the injury risk, and
huge
was wondering how they were going to utilize him. If they're going to utilize him like this, I feel good about it.
Yeah,
just hopefully he can stay healthy.
Yeah,
when he gets the ball in his hands, he is lethal. He is lethal out there.
Yeah, I mean, one of the reasons why I'm with you. I wasn't a big Rondale Moore fan was just the fact that bad injury history for like a long history. It was like 3 out of 4 years he was hurt with something. And again, I just didn't see how he fit in this offense. But it looks like they found something. And as long as he can keep it up, he's definitely going to be worth it.
Yeah.
I don't think he's on a lot of teams. So if he's out there.
Yeah, if he's out there, I mean, this will be past
him.
your waiver wire period. So he's probably gone at this point, coming off the game he's coming off. But if he's not, definitely put him on your bench.
Well, our waivers don't run till tomorrow.
Yeah, but people aren't going to hear this by then.
Yeah, I have it up tomorrow.
At like 4 a.m. in like 8 hours?
That's true. Okay, well, anyways.
Jacksonville.
Snipe them anyway.
Let's talk about Jacksonville. Because
let's not.
First of all, how'd your DJ Chark play go?
Yeah, it went really well. He ended up seeing he ended up seeing 4 targets, had 1 catch for 19 yards.
That is the exact same catch percentage as last week when he saw 12 targets.
Yeah. So it's looking great.
Yeah. Should have just played who I said to play, Marvin Jones.
Yeah, Marvin Jones.
He saw 11 targets, caught 6 of them for 55 yards and a touchdown. One problem I have though is a lot of that came on like the first couple drives of the game. They went to Marvin Jones early. It was working, and then they just stopped for a long period of time. Why? Why did you stop going to Marvin Jones? Second of all, James Robinson, there was no Carlos Hyde in this game. Like, I honestly forgot he was on the team watching this game for a while. I just did not see him at all.
Coming off of last week.
James Robinson is your guy, but he's a high-end flex play. He's just not seeing a lot of work. They're having to pass the ball a lot. They're down a lot. I do want to talk about Trevor Lawrence, though, because he's this close. He is really close to being a very good NFL quarterback. All of his throws look very good, but he's just a touch late. Like, I think he's having trouble developing to the NFL game speed because most of his throws are contested catches or they're getting batted or tipped. He is very close. You can't play him yet, but definitely midway through the season, hopefully later into the season, that he could be a streamable quarterback.
Yeah, it's going to take patience. I mean, we knew, with a lot of these rookie quarterbacks, think about he was the first overall pick. He went to a team that there's just not a lot of talent around it. You know, I mean, you can argue who's going to be worse, Jacksonville or the Jets. Like, I think there's more talent with the Jets.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
I think Jacksonville's going to be better than the Jets.
I mean, I disagree, but that's fair. I mean, it's almost, to me, like, look at the offensive talent. I mean, Travis Etienne's hurt, so you can't count him.
Yeah.
But Marvin Jones is going to be your number one. I'd take Corey Davis.
Yeah.
You know, Jamison Crowder, like, I
just think okay. I mean, they're both going to be bad.
Michael Carter to James Robinson. Yeah,
great.
But I'm just thinking, like, you know, these are terrible teams, and so it's just going to take time for him. He ended up fantasy wise, he put up over 30 points last week. Trevor Lawrence.
Oh,
but he would have had more if he wouldn't have thrown those interceptions. This week was just really, really atrocious.
Yeah,
he only had 118 yards. 3.6 yards was his average.
Yeah,
like, that's not good. And he can't do that. And he threw 2 more picks this week.
Yeah.
He's just having a tough sled. And honestly, I don't know how much Urban Meyer's really helping him.
Yeah, no, it's Trevor Lawrence. It's just going to be a reps thing. He's just got to be behind center more.
Yeah, it's just going to take time.
So yeah, I'm just playing Marvin Jones. I feel good about him as a low end wide receiver 2, and James Robinson as a high end flex play.
All right, and
next game.
Yeah,
we got
where we were going.
Yeah, we got Jets Broncos.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Wow.
Denver's 11-point favorites. Denver's look
good. This is the highest one on the week.
Denver's look good, but 11 points. I think the Jets will keep it closer than that. We can start with the Jets side because it's pretty easy. Patriots shut Corey Davis down last week, like almost like he wasn't even there. I'm still willing to throw Corey Davis out there as a low end wide receiver 2, high end flex play this week. Shout out Michael Carter. Finally looked the part for a game out there. Can't play him though. Not touching anyone in the running back group. Zach Wilson looks good and looks bad. So he's a rookie quarterback also. It's really just Corey Davis who I'm playing.
Yeah, I definitely like Corey Davis this week. We'll see. Hopefully he can get back to it. A lot of it's going to be on quarterback play though.
Yeah.
You know, again, Zach Wilson threw 4 picks this past week, which is just, you can't do. Can't be turning the ball over that much. You said you wouldn't play Michael Carter?
No, yeah, I would not.
Yeah, I wouldn't either, but I'm getting closer. I mean, if he keeps getting
we got to see this for a couple more weeks.
And he's got to getting the reps.
And he's got to take the dominant work. Sure, he still didn't see the most carries. I mean, he was one behind Ty Johnson in this game, but he definitely outpaced him on the ground, and he was seeing some receiving work. He caught 2 of his 3 targets for 29 yards, so he's starting to look the part.
Yeah. Yeah, let's just keep it going for maybe another week or 2, and then if you drafted him like I did, just stash him still. Just if you got a spot, keep him stashed.
Broncos. I've actually kind of enjoyed watching the Broncos game so far this season. They really have not been bad at all. Teddy, he's looked good. Like, he's looked pretty good out there. Not playing him though. Again,
he's looked good, but I'm not gonna play him.
Well,
that's
yeah,
fine. Go ahead. You do you, bro.
Different things. Javonte Williamson, though. I'm gonna call my shot here. Him and Melvin Gordon saw the same amount of carries last week. He ended up with 64 yards. Melvin Gordon ended up with 31 yards. Gordon saw a little bit better in the receiving game. He saw 1 more target, caught 1 more pass than him. But Williams looks good out there. I think this could be the game where he opens things up. And man, it was so good to see Courtland Sutton do this. It really, really was.
159 yards. It just bugs me he couldn't get in the end zone.
Yeah, 9 receptions, 12 targets. He could have. Yeah. He very well could have. There were a couple plays where they just missed downfield. You're playing Courtland Sutton, Noah Fant. He came up with the touchdown that kind of sold him. Again, he's seeing good targets. You can play Noah Fant as mid tight end. 6 targets, 4 receptions, 33 yards for the touchdown. Tim Patrick, keep him on your bench. He only saw 4 targets again, caught 3 of them for 37 yards. Again, saw the touchdown. 100% the second best receiver on this team. Keep him on your bench right now. I wouldn't feel great about playing him though. Want to see just a little bit more usage.
All right, sounds good. Dolphins Raiders.
Yeah.
The team with neither one has a quarterback.
Are you playing anyone on the Dolphins confident? Will Fuller should be out there. It looks like Will Fuller will be out there this week. Waddle did okay. I guess you could say he did okay. Not playing Waddle though. I mean, the Miami was just demoralized.
This was a hard game to kind of go off of.
Yeah, Waddle saw the second most targets with 8, caught 6 of them for 48 yards. I will be curious how Will Fuller throws this all up in the air, and that's another reason why I don't want to start any of the wide receivers. And probably Brissett's going to be out there, who didn't have a great time out there when he came in. Gaskin's the one guy I guess you could throw out there, but again, he's not seeing enough work. Like, he saw 5 targets, 4 receptions for 21 yards. The targets are good. But all 4 of the people who took rushing attempts last week, you had Myles Gaskin with 5 carries. Malcolm Brown had 5 carries. Salvon Ahmed had 6 carries. Jacoby Brissett had 4 carries.
Yeah, lots of carries to spread.
Yeah, and Myles Gaskin had the longest run. He had the most yards, not by much, but just give it to Gaskin.
Yeah, he's the more efficient runner.
He is.
It's what Miami did back with Kenyon Drake, I feel like, where they're just committeeing it. And I get it, it's fine. But guys, like, if you have an efficient runner, just let him run.
Yeah.
Just let him run, please, for my fantasy sake.
Yeah, and Gesicki saw 6 targets, caught 3 of them for 41 yards. I mean, he's one of those guys you could throw out there maybe and hope for a touchdown, but I would try and avoid it this week. Raiders side.
Yes.
It'd be really nice if Carr's back there, because Carr's looked good this year. He always looks good, just never really great. He'll have great games, but Carr, yeah, I just hope he's out there. Peyton Barber saw all the work on the ground, and he was super good with it. He saw 13 carries for 32 yards. That's a 2.5 yards per carry. Kenyon Drake didn't do any better on the ground, but at least Kenyon Drake saw 6 targets, 5 receptions for 46 yards. Looks like Josh Jacobs is going to be out again. Drake, you can throw out there as a flex play. Hope the receiving work. Maybe he gets in the end zone. Henry Ruggs, he caught 2 deep passes. Without Carr, though, I'm not looking at him. Waller, if Carr's not out there, the only guy I'm looking at is Waller. He didn't have a great game in this. 5 receptions for 65 yards. Coming off a 19-target game, only having 7, but he's Darren Waller. I do want to shout out Bryan Edwards again. He only saw 3 targets, caught all 3 of them for 40 yards. He looks good out there, and there was a touchdown play that was called back on a penalty. It was like 15 yards or something. You can keep him on the back of your bench if you want. You could drop him if you want. That's just dependent on your team. But I think he's worthy of a roster spot still. Ruggs, if Derek Carr's out there, I'm not playing him.
Yeah, sounds good. I want to get to this next game because this one's I'm more fun about. Bucks, Rams. This is the one I was telling you earlier that I've had circled.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be a fun game.
Yeah, it should be.
And let's see. They got it over under 54.5.
I'll just take the over.
Yeah.
Let's go for it.
Yeah, I think this could be huge.
You start Brady. Even against this Rams defense, I'm starting Brady.
Why would you not?
Again, he's got 9 touchdowns on the season. Fournette, it just seems like that's the guy they want in the backfield right now. He's seeing the receiving work out of the backfield. He's seeing the rushing attempts. He's the most efficient on the ground. Against this Rams defense, though, I would be really hesitant to play him. He's the guy I'd pick over Ronald Jones. Fournette's like a low-end flex play. You're probably just hoping for a rushing touchdown. Mike Evans, though.
Yep.
Shout out if you played him in DFS. He was the guy this week. He saw the most targets with 9, but only caught 5 of them. 75 yards, though, and the 2 touchdowns. Mike Evans looked good. Godwin looked good again. He caught 4 of his 5 targets for 62 yards and a touchdown. Gronk ended up in the end zone twice. You can play all 3 of these. I do want to talk about Antonio Brown was not a factor in this game.
Yeah.
At all. 3 targets, caught 1 of them for 17 yards.
Yep. So everybody that was trying to jump on Antonio Brown last week in trades.
He's definitely the third receiver in this game. You can still throw him out there if you want as a flex play just because how this offense works. But Mike Evans and Chris Godwin are always going to be locks in your lineup. Gronk is a playable tight end. We did see O.J. Howard he still exists. He caught his 1 target for 21 yards. Gronk's the tight end you want to go with, though, if you're going to play a tight end from this team, obviously. Yeah, it's Brady, it's Mike Evans, it's Chris Godwin, it's Gronk, and you can throw Brown out there if you want, but you probably have a better option. You want to talk Rams?
Yeah, I do want to talk the Rams because how awesome is it seeing Matthew Stafford play so freaking well?
How awesome is Cooper Kupp, man?
Like
Cooper Kupp is running the league right now.
Yeah, it's been a blast watching this team. I understand, like, with them leaving St. Louis and whatnot, it's kind of annoying, but it is really fun to still watch them and kind of root for them a little bit. But Matthew Stafford again had an interception. First one he's had all season. So, I mean, he still threw 2 touchdowns.
He looks good, though.
And Cooper Kupp, yeah, like you said, 11 targets, 9 receptions, 2 touchdowns, 163 yards. Like, he didn't even have numbers like that with Jared Goff.
I mean, he had games like that, but it does look and feel a little bit different. Like
it's still a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like, he had 9 reception games, but I don't think for 163 and 2.
I mean, he's definitely had a game like that before. But
well, probably, but it's not consistently.
Woods, if you're concerned, keep playing him. He saw 9 targets in this game, only caught 5 of them for 64 yards. That's not a bad game,
right,
especially if he got in the end zone. He saw 2 rushing attempts for 6 yards. Keep playing Woods. He's a high-end flex play right now, low-end wide receiver 2. Cooper Kupp's a high-end wide receiver 1 right now. Like,
yeah,
Cooper Kupp's going for on fire. Yeah, it's him and Tyler Lockett right now who are just running the wide receivers.
Right.
We got to talk about Daryl Henderson, though. Might be playing in this game. We're not sure yet. Just keep watching the reports. Daryl Henderson has looked good when he's been in there. They've been throwing him the ball. But Sony Michel, he honestly didn't look bad when he came in there. 10 carries for 46 yards. If Daryl Henderson's out, how confident are you in Sony Michel? Are you playing him?
I don't mind it. I mean, I don't know. I'd put him in a flex, obviously. Yeah. It wouldn't be like a 2 or anything.
If Henderson's out there, he'll be a low-end RB2. This is a tough Bucs defense.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is. But, I mean, I'm definitely confident with Sony in the offense. It's just this week against the Bucs is a little challenging.
Yeah.
But I think moving forward, if Daryl Henderson isn't going to be able to come back and play, I'm confident that Sony Michel can step in and still get the job done.
And Tyler Higbee, you can't start right now. I don't know what's going on. He looks good when he's catching the ball, but he only saw 1 target in this game. Week 1 was a lot better than this week, but look somewhere else.
Yeah, it's very disappointing because that's who I have in my redraft league. Again.
Yeah.
So disappointing.
Sorry.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do about it? Nothing. Thank you for watching the Fantasy Monsters on YouTube. If you liked today's episode, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel below. We also have a merch store we want you to check out with all new gear that we've got available. That'll be in the description. Also, if you want to see any past videos, you can check that out as well. Thank you so much for watching the Fantasy Monsters. We'll catch you next time.
Have a good one.